Welcome to the Voice of Vicious podcast. Welcome to the Voice of Vicious. I am your host, Vanny Vicious. Guys, I'm sweating. Look at me on a microphone, bro. What the fuck? Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Voice of Vicious podcast. My name is Vanny Vicious. I am your host. You guys watching on Twitch right now, shout out to y'all. You guys can watch the live streams on twitch.tv/officialvannyvicious. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Just search for Voice of Vicious. And everything else you need to know is going to be linked in the description below. Today, we have Miss Desi Gatto. She's back, everybody. She was here for our very first ever episode, and now we're on episode 19, bitch.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks. Welcome back.
Amazing. It's good to be back.
So we've changed things a little bit since the last time I saw you. So your episode was one of the highest viewed.
Was it really?
It was.
You know what? I think it was also a lot of people in anticipation, though, of your podcast finally dropping.
That probably too.
Yeah,
we hyped it.
Absolutely. My mom was front and center. Even if it was me or not, as a guest, she would have.
So was my mom. My mom's probably watching the live right now. She won't rewatch the podcast, like on anything. She won't listen to it, but she always catches the lives.
I love that.
So when I don't go live, she's like, what the fuck? Where were you?
Supportive moms are so awesome.
I know. So one of the clips that got a lot of traction last time was you talking about how a book made you ugly cry.
Shut up.
Have you cried since then about any other books?
Okay, so I literally was driving on the way over here and I had to turn off my audiobook because I was like, I can't cry right now. I have my makeup done. For the most part, right now, currently, I'm reading a lot of smut. Mm-hmm. But a lot of books make me cry. I'm actually a crybaby, so.
That's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever cried from I don't really read I read like more self-help books and like books about health and the brain and spiritual shit. Not really so much like stories that would make me cry. But yesterday I was watching have you seen Ugly Betty, that show?
I've seen commercials of it. Yeah.
It's like it's old already, like older, whatever. But when I just want background shit on, I just put on whatever.
Una novela.
Bro. And there was a part that was like so dumb, like about them helping each other do something, accomplish some goal. And I started crying. And I was just like, I'm like, why the fuck am I crying over this dumb ass show of this little girl with braces and shit? But
it tugged at your heartstrings.
It really did. I was like, look at all these people being so supportive of ugly ass Betty. Like, what the fuck? And I legit started crying.
Girl, listen, I could get you into some books. If you're open to it, I can read a book over, and I'm saying this because it's happened recently. I can read a book over 3 or 4 times and cry in the same exact parts every single time I read it. Yeah, it's bad. Judge me.
Do you read out loud or in your head?
Okay, funny story. I normally read in my head. However, I was practicing my British accent for a while. And it just so happened that was a time in my life where I was reading the Bridgerton books. And so I was reading them out loud in my room. And I live with my parents, so I was really hoping no one would hear me because my mom would be like, what the fuck
she
are
lost
you
her
doing?
mind.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, normally it's in my head.
Can I hear your British accent?
I can speak in it for the rest of the podcast if you'd like.
That's lovely. We should do that.
I do it every time I drink and I go out with my friends. I practice it. Now, it's not perfect, so it goes back and forth. Sometimes it's Irish, sometimes it's a little Australian. It depends. It's the best. It's the absolute best when I'm like shit-faced drunk. Like, it's shocking.
Shocking.
It's
mate,
shocking, mate.
It's completely shocking. That's fucking hilarious. I love speaking British, but have you ever argued with a British person?
No, but I would love to.
Hearing them complain and whine in that accent is so obnoxious.
No, I have like one British friend and he's like not a complainer, but
She's doing
I love it. You can't ask me because then I don't know how to turn it off. Actually, when I went to Hawaii with my friends recently, I spoke in it the whole week and my thoughts were in British. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Shit, this is horrible. Not really.
Her thoughts were in British. That's fucking hilarious.
I wish that was a lie.
Why can't we, man, let's do like a TikTok skit where we go to like get a coffee somewhere and speak like this and we order
Let's do it.
food
Yeah.
in a British accent.
I have an alter ego. She's British. Her name is Chanel. Like, I've got it all.
Chanel.
Yeah, when I go to the bar with my friends, like, I'll talk like this. Some people believe it. Some people are like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And I'm like...
You're like, you don't know me,
You
motherfucker.
can't tell me where I'm from. Have you heard, like, the whole Clinton Kane situation?
No.
Oh, my God. It's like a famous Australian singer who, like, has said he's Australian, but they just found out that he's not Australian at all, and he's been faking his accent this whole time.
Oh my God.
So I'm literally like Clinton Kane part 2.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. How's your Pilates and stuff going? Last time you were here, you were talking about wanting to be a Pilates instructor and all the crazy contraptions and shit. How's it going?
My Pilates reformer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually start my Pilates course this weekend. It's for the next 8 weekends. And so after these 8 weekends, I can officially start teaching like Pilates classes. I got my reformer. It's pink. So cute.
I think I saw you posted with your mom on it.
Yeah. This, as soon as it came in, I started training her. But I've been like accumulating content actually. So like once I do get my certification, I'm just gonna post like maybe twice a week. So it's not that annoying. But
what do you think about using the reformer in lingerie for OnlyFans?
That they would probably love that.
Yeah.
Because I can get into so many positions in that thing. So yeah, they would probably fucking love that.
You heard it here first. What she's gonna be doing on her OnlyFans.
Get creative
Maybe.
with it.
I just completely take over. I'm like, you should do this.
No, but that's a great idea.
That's like when people used to tell me I should do topless tarot readings on my OnlyFans. I was like, first of all, I don't think that people that are there actually want to hear a tarot reading. And also I'm like, that's disrespectful. Like, I feel like, I don't know. That's
It's just
like
one doesn't go with the other.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's like doing a photo shoot. Like, to me, it's like doing a photo shoot in a church, like in lingerie.
people fetishize everything. Like, they're gonna fetishize tarot readings.
I know. Anything you could do topless is like the fucking winner. It's so weird. Like, can you do it again? What, were your tits out this time?
You posted a guy on your page yesterday, and I feel like he would say some dumb shit like that.
Did you see his content? Did you go to his page?
I didn't even want to give him that much attention. I didn't even go to his page.
Literally, first of all, he's gross. Like,
no, 100%.
you can not, I'm not talking about looks or whatever. He's decent looking ish.
No, yeah, he looks like your type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually not. Daryl was trolling me, but
He's gross when he opens his mouth.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And his content was all about like masturbation. Like, he had a video that he was like, I'm gonna play this Ouija board with my dick and summon a ghost to come jerk me off because I'm lonely type shit. Like,
Because only a demon would love you, sir. Like, oh my God.
who says that?
That's crazy.
To have your entire page surrounded by masturbation jokes as a 35-year-old grown-ass man. Like,
Oh, are those... You have... Oh, your comments come out in the...
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
but I
interrupt.
can't fucking see from here, so.
Do you want me to read them if you get them or no?
If you want.
Okay.
Did somebody comment?
No, someone followed you.
Oh, okay.
But my ADHD, I was like...
Yeah, I don't even, I mean, I normally can't see, but I like to do the live to just have something on my Twitch channel because I don't really do like Twitch streams.
As you should, though.
I want to start, but I want to move into a bigger apartment so that I have like a streaming room where I could be like a little more ratchet than I can be in here, you know, because it's all glass here. I don't know. So, but whatever, we'll get to that. Maybe for my birthday, I'll fucking move out. Okay. So you had posted something on your Instagram and you asked people to ask you some questions. I kind of went through your comments. Most of them were like, you're so beautiful. Bella, mi amor. Cásate conmigo. Whatever. But I did see one that I thought you would like to answer. Somebody asked you what have been your favorite travel experiences. What are your recommended restaurants, resorts, hotels? Like, where has tell us your favorite places to go
Okay.
or that you've visited.
I have to divide this question because it's very loaded. But my favorite place to travel, which I think is everyone knows this already, is Disney World. But I'm going to leave Disney World out of this because it's quite childish. If you're looking for an affordable place to travel, my top destinations in order are Costa Rica, Vegas. I'm thinking like affordable. Let me see. Costa Rica, Vegas. And honestly, no, never mind. I'm not going to say it because it has to be my favorite and it's not my favorite. Well, that's enough, right? I mean, Costa Rica and Vegas, like one is international and the other one is domestic. So Costa Rica is very underrated and everything is very inexpensive. The excursions, everyone's so nice. Like the food is good. It is all around like hospitality, views, everything. 10 out of 10. Vegas, it can get pricey, but I don't ever party when I go to Vegas.
Yeah, I guess pricey if you're like gambling and like doing crazy shit.
But I mean, I've gone to Vegas 3 times and none of the 3 times that I've gone, I've partied or gambled. And there's still a lot of things to do. Depending on how many excursions you do, like that's when it can get really pricey. But like I just go to the nature stuff. They have like a chocolate factory there that's really good. And the hotels, like yes, there's like the Aria and the Cosmopolitan, which those are very expensive. But then there's like the Flamingo and I just stayed recently at the Luxor. These hotels are like $70 a night. And they're so nice. There's so much to do. They're walking distance from everything. So yeah, I would say my favorite destinations are that are affordable are like Costa Rica and Vegas. Now, if money's not a thing for you and you want to go somewhere really nice, this is so cliche to say, but Hawaii was literally one of the most beautiful.
I was going to ask you about it.
And the thing is, I went twice. So the first time I went with my family and my mom was in a different, actually both of my parents were in a different place with their health where they could not walk long distances. So this time that I went with my friends, I was able to explore everything and it was breathtaking. Like all the nature out there, the mountains, the trails, like that is what I wish I would have done on my first trip to Hawaii. It was beautiful, like so pretty.
I've never been to Hawaii or Costa Rica and I got an invite, you know how we get.
Yeah.
And I never had a chance to go. And then around that time, I got sick with the autoimmune shit. And then I just haven't gone. But I see it and I'm like, I can probably live there because I love like the jungle and shit, like rainforest type of vibe. I love being outside. Yeah. I want to do all that zip lining, fucking.
The weather in Costa Rica is actually very similar to the weather here too, but it's more humid. So it's like cooler even. Like I feel like it's hotter here. Like the sun is more intense. There's a lot of trees over there too. So
yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say like a super cheap place to go, but that I feel like is so overrated. But like I guess if you need a vacation, you can go is to Punta Cana. Punta Cana, bro. The last time I went for like a week. Flights and hotel was like $500 for like me and another person. And it was just not great. Like their beaches were dirty. Maybe it was like the time of year that I went. The hotel wasn't that great. The food wasn't that great. I have heard if you go with a big group of people and you like pay extra money to stay in a nice hotel that like you'll have a different experience. But I was like, why do people pay to come here? Yeah,
I've heard that when you go to places like that, staying in resorts, the food is not great.
Yeah.
Like you have to go out of your resort to find like good local food.
Dude, I left the resort and like honestly my impression of Punta Cana would have been better if I stayed at the resort.
Yeah.
It was so ugly. I'm so sorry. This is like not a nice thing to say, but it was not pretty.
What time of year did you go?
I went in September.
Oh, so kind of summer.
Yeah, I went in September. It was warm, but I don't know. The beach was like ugly. The water was not clear at all. I was like, I'm not coming back here.
Well, there you have it. She's not going back.
And there you have it.
Would you go back? Would you give it another chance?
To Punta Cana? I would have to go with like a big group of my girlfriends and get like wasted there. Yeah, that would be the funnest thing to do there. And get like a tan, which I would. It's so cheap. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
it's so cheap to go back that I probably would.
Another question that was in your comments was, what do you look for in a man? And also, what do you bring to the table?
What do I look for in a man?
Let's talk about red flags and green flags.
This is another very loaded question.
I know.
What do I look for in a man? Due to my recent experiences, I think the first thing that I look for is someone that's like open-minded. Not just about my work, because obviously I have an OnlyFans, but I think about everything. Like someone that's really grounded in themselves and has like that challenges their own beliefs. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us, we grow up with like beliefs that we were instilled with and we never really question them. So I want someone that's like
a critical thinker.
Yes. Has their own brain, for lack of a better way to say it. Someone philosophical, you know, just like someone that thinks really deeply about things and questions everything. Because I do. I do all the time. So that's kind of what I look for more so in a man. If we're talking about looks wise, I need you to be taller than me. You could be my height, but preferably taller than me. And I really am liking this, like, what would you call this look? Don't judge me. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna judge me so hard. And he's a fictional character. So, this is not based on an actual person. But
guys, she's going into her saved photos on Instagram.
Guys, he's on my vision board. Okay, ready? I want him to look like this.
Bitch.
Like the
like
aesthetic.
Fucking Hercules.
No. The body, like, okay, you have to be fit, right? But like not so much the body, but the aesthetic. The long hair, like the sharp
is that
jawline.
AI?
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that
I think this is AI. This is the same character. He's just depicted differently because it's all different fan art. But yeah, that's what I want.
She wants.
What do you call this aesthetic?
Gorgeous. Like, okay, I guess it's like a very chiseled, perfect bone structure, long hair and shit. Like that's like a fucking romantic. He looks romantic.
Definitely,
but
needs to be romantic.
Yeah, but
like I don't want to
forget it, guys. You're fucked. All of you.
I don't want to call it like a surfer guy kind of vibe.
No, bitch, that's not a surfer. That's like a Viking. That's like a hot ass Viking without a beard. Like,
at this point, I need to post this picture on my
if you don't
story.
Look like this, don't bother.
Exactly. Like, does anyone look like this? Please slide in my DMs right now.
What's the character's name?
That's so embarrassing to say.
Okay, you'll have to say
No, I'll say it. His name is Hunt Athalar.
His name is what?
His name is Hunt Athalar.
There you guys go. Google it, and you're never gonna look like that, any of you. What would you do if one of your followers spent like $1 million to have all the surgeries to look just like that, just to fucking get to talk to you? Would you be creeped out, or would you be like, yes?
I'd marry him. I'd marry him. You did that all to get my attention? Come here, honey. Like, what?
Come here, Hunt Athalar. Imagine he changed his name.
Okay, that would be weird.
That's where you draw the line? That's... He has to still be named fucking Rodrigo as long as he looks like that.
I mean, because if I have to call him Hunt Athalar, I'm gonna feel like it's not even real. Like,
imagine you got married and your name was Desi Athalar.
Actually,
she's like, what's the problem? I don't see a problem.
I would like to say when you asked me what I guess the second half of that question was what do I bring to the table? I had to work extra hard not to be triggered by that question. I hate that question. Can I just say that there are so many better ways to ask that question? Like,
well, you know, all the women haters that are watching this right now are going, well, if she can't say what she brings to the table, then
okay, so let's start there. Let's start with what
typical
I can bring.
OnlyFans bitch doesn't know what she brings to the table.
No, that's what we'll start with. We'll start with what I bring to the table, and then we'll talk about why that's a shitty question. What do I bring to the table? You're not going to hear me say anything that another woman can't provide for you. I am a regular human being. I am not la última Coca-Cola del desierto, but I'm a good person. I have a good head on my shoulders. I think critically. I have a mind of my own, okay? I try to work on all my virtues, honesty, loyalty, the ones that matter, obviously. I have, let's be real, my hips, these are birthing hips, okay? I can bring...
She's ready.
I can make you some beautiful babies, okay? But yeah, like, I'm not gonna... I'm an ambitious person, you know, I'm independent. I can bring a lot of things to the table. I'm family oriented, but there's just a better way to get to know somebody. Like, ask me what virtues I follow. Ask me what my life philosophies are. Ask me what my greatest fears are. Like, when you want to get to know someone on a level that's deep, where you want to know what they bring to the table,
it's not interview style questions.
Correct. Like, you've taken all the authenticity out of the connection that we might or might not have by asking me that question. I feel like now I have to prove myself to you, and I definitely don't want to do that, because then you're gonna see what else I bring to the table that's not very good. Because I don't like, it's like a question that puts so much people under pressure. Granted, everything in life is transactional, so yes, it's important what someone brings to the table, but it's not. It sounds more like, when you ask me that, it feels like, it sounds like, how am I going to benefit off of you? When you should be curious about, like, a person's true
intentions and who they are. Yeah. I also think it's funny that guys always ask, what do you bring to the table to a woman, when in reality, all they actually want the girl to bring to the table is to be loyal and to take care of kids and cook and clean. That's all you hear guys saying. But can you cook? But she cleans? Yeah. But you gonna take care of my baby? Like, all women who are feminine women do that naturally. You don't really have to ask them. Like, women who are more masculine, maybe not. But women who are feminine will do that for themselves anyway, whether you're around or not. So to ask a woman, like, what do you bring to the table? I bring all the woman shit. Yep. The fuck do you bring to the table?
Not to mention, like, I really feel like people bring out certain aspects of you. So what I could bring to the table might change depending on what version of me you create. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in a relationship, you kind of tend to get each other's habits. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you transform, like, you become a new person. Mm-hmm. So what I bring to the table now, it might be or what I bring to the table in the future might be a reflection of how I'm treated in the relationship, or... You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true too, because I've been with people in the past where I can, like, see myself having kids with them. Not that I wanted kids ever, but I could see it happening. And then I've been with people after that I'm like, I'm not having a kid with this guy. Yeah. Like, it depends on who you're with and what the dynamic of the relationship is and how comfortable you are with that person. And you kind of just, like, you evolve as a human depending on the points in your life, the stages in your life.
Yeah, facts. Now, like, I feel like because of my prior experiences, in my relationships, I will come into, like, a date or somewhere where you would ask that question, like, what do you bring to the table? And I have so many other things that I would ask now beforehand. And you know what? I should ask you some of these things. No. That'll be for, like, the end.
I don't care.
Yeah. Anyways, go on ChatGPT. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go on ChatGPT the next time you're about to go on a date with someone and ask ChatGPT, in what other ways can I ask a person what they bring to the table without making that question sound so transactional?
Yeah. Use AI for your benefit, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Stop subscribing to the weird AI models on OnlyFans and use it to learn something.
Cheers.
Okay, someone else asked you, should a man pay on the first date? If y'all even serious with this question, like,
yes,
stop. Absolutely, they should. You ask a girl out, you're paying. Period.
Even if the girl asks you out, you should pay.
It's true. Yeah. I don't know at what point did men start to think that they shouldn't pay for a first date. Guys, when you're actually in a relationship with somebody... I have to go away. Yeah, go. Sorry. You're good. When you're actually in a relationship with somebody, it's a little bit different to split bills and split, checks, whatever. But first dates?
Correct. I think I'll go on a couple dates with a guy before I offer to pay. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like by the third or fourth date, I might offer to like split it with you. But not that I believe too much in gender roles, but I do think that that's just like, what's the word? Chivalry.
It's just the traditional thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And if you can't afford to go somewhere where you can pay for both people, go somewhere more low key or don't go out.
Yeah.
Don't invite a girl to somewhere that's gonna break your fucking bank.
And if you invite a girl to a coffee shop, because I can already hear you trolls like, oh, girls don't like being invited, nice dinners, blah, blah, blah. If you invite a girl to a coffee shop and she's like, ew, I'm not gonna go to a coffee shop for a first date, she's not that interested in you.
Yeah.
Next.
I honestly, in my no, I'm joking. In my real life, all my girlfriends don't have a single problem with going to a coffee shop for their first date or a fucking Flanagan's or a Chili's. Like, nobody cares where you're going. You're trying to get to know somebody. There doesn't need to be this giant fucking impression you have to make of how much money you make and whatever the fuck. Like,
Yes.
and I've talked about this on other podcasts too about first dates. Like, you can go to a park for free and take a fucking basket of fruit and just sit there and talk, and it's really not a big deal. You don't know this person, so you don't, yes, you have to impress them, but you don't have to, kill yourself fucking trying.
Yeah. Also, I'm not that extreme. Like you said on a podcast recently that you don't mind going on a first date in sweatpants. I absolutely do not agree with that.
I'm wearing sweatpants right now.
I mean, whatever. I'm wearing a t-shirt that could be a dress. So like, I like being chill, but the only time I'm wearing sweatpants on a first date is if we're going to get a workout in. Like, let's go walk in the park. I do my little...
See, so you would wear
3.5.
sweatpants on a first date.
I guess you're right. Okay.
I'm not saying I would go to a fucking restaurant in sweatpants, but...
No, I know, but it's like...
Yeah, if it was like a gym date, I'm wearing sweats.
Okay.
Or like...
No, you're right. I would consider a gym date.
Even like a
actual
late
date.
night movie. Like going to the movies in sweats is so comfy, especially if you go with to the theaters where the seats recline and shit.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Fair.
That's the best.
That's fair.
And it's not like I'm wearing sweatpants and like a shirt with holes in it and hair dye stains and shit, and I don't have my makeup done. Like, I have my makeup done right now, my hair's blow dried and shit. I'm wearing sweatpants.
True.
And usually I'm wearing fuzzy slippers on this bitch too, but
True. You still look nice.
yeah, like, you can't tell it's from the waist up. Nobody knows. I could be fucking bottomless. Nobody would know shit. Who was your celebrity crush when you were like a teenager?
Oh my God, Nick Jonas.
Oh.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Desi and I are 9 years apart. So this is like, what are you, Gen Z?
I'm a year away from being Gen Z. I'm 97. Gen Z starts like 98.
So what are you, a millennial? No.
No, I'm in between.
What's in between? I don't even know.
No idea.
I'm a millennial.
I'm in between, but I forgot the name, but it's
Okay. So your celebrity crushes are so different from when I was growing up. Like, do you know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is?
I have no idea who that is. Was he like an actor?
Yeah. How about Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No.
This is, oh my God. This is why I love making TikToks with Desi.
Who the fuck is that? Freddie Prinze what? Junior?
Junior, give me your phone. Because mine is connected to this camera Wi-Fi, so I can't even show you. If any of you are watching, oh my God.
I was like, I was expecting you to say like, I don't know, the lead singer of like Linkin Park or something.
Nope. Hold on. Well, I used to like some drummers and singers from bands and shit. Freddie Prinze Jr. is un viejo now. He's 48 years old.
Viejos can be cute. El viejo que me enseñaste más temprano estaba más bueno.
El Andrew Huberman.
Oh my God,
Mama.
ese tipo estaba enterito.
I know.
Oh my God.
So Freddie Prinze Jr. used to date... Did you ever hear of the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, Sarah Michelle Gellar. So this is Freddie Prinze Jr. like back in the day.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
he's hot.
So he was like my giant celebrity crush, and then Jonathan.
Isn't that guy plays Freddy in Scooby-Doo? That's how I know him.
Yeah. Okay, him. And then
watched
Jonathan Taylor Thomas is also un viejo. He's like my age now or whatever, older. When he was young, so like back in my day, we used to have obviously the tabloid magazines of like celebrity gossip and all that shit. Yeah. But we had magazines that were called like Teen Bop and shit like that.
I remember.
So those magazines were all like the heartthrobs of the fucking TV shows and whatever. This was Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Bitch, I had posters of this kid in my room when I was like 9. Yes.
That's embarrassing.
My mom's watching this right now like, oh my God, I remember that.
No.
Everybody loved him as much as they loved like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Like he was one of the like, oh my God.
Really? The other guy, I understand. This one, I'm like,
Well, he's a child. You're looking at a kid picture, but when you're like a 9-year-old girl, you're like, wow, that's like your first crush. You're like, he has blonde hair, you know? It's fucking crazy.
You know who you'd look good next to? Did you ever watch
Andrew Huberman?
Well, yes, him.
Andrew.
100%.
I'm ready to get married.
Have you ever seen Mean Girls?
Yeah.
The kid that dates Regina, I feel like you would like.
I don't remember what he looks like now.
Oh, and I don't remember his name. Hold on.
Put Regina George boyfriend.
I'm gonna put Mean Girls.
The whole podcast is us Googling boys.
Oh my God, that's terrible. I put Mean Girls. He doesn't even come out. I'm gonna put Regina George's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Wow, that's flaw. You see how you only recognize men through their girlfriends?
You guys are no one without us.
Aaron Samuels.
No. I didn't think he was cute.
What? But what's his? Is that his actual? That's not his actual.
I remember him now, obviously, when you showed me.
He's cute. You guys are cute together.
Who? Okay, so the Jonas. What was his face?
Nick
Jonas, of course.
So sexy.
Who are your celebrity crushes now? Or is it that fucking Athalar or whatever his name is?
Athalar.
That one.
Do I have any celebrity crushes right now? Not really. Even though I had one of my friends.
Or how about influencers?
Influencer crushes I do have. I have 2 actually. Actually, one of them looks like the guy that I showed you.
For real?
Yes, and he's actually the love of my life, but he is married, so yeah, unfortunately. Sucks. Oh my God, but he's so cute.
It doesn't suck. Good for him that he's married. But
and then the other guy, should I say my other influencer crush? I don't know. He might get a big head.
Let me just see it.
Okay, yeah, let's just see it. Okay, well, this is one of them, but she's not even like...
Is that the one that looks like Fulano? Yeah, he kind of does.
He does, doesn't he? So sexy. Oh my God, and he's so nice. Like
he doesn't even have that many followers. You could totally slide in the DMs.
He's TikTok famous. No, we DM each other all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, and he told me immediately that he was married. Like he was super...
But he's still DMing you.
Well, but
yeah,
we talk about books and
whatever.
Whatever.
We talk about books. Guys are trash, even when they look like that. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, he's so sexy. I can't.
You think his wife would get mad if she knew you guys were talking about books?
I don't know.
So fucking lovely. And which one's this? The other one?
The other one that I'm like, should I make his head big? I don't know.
No, let's not make his head big. It looks like it's big enough.
I knew she was gonna say that.
He's cute, but I can never be into a guy that like takes selfies in his boxer briefs like this. Like, I can't date a guy that does this.
Oh my God, I could.
Would you be able to date a guy that does OnlyFans by himself?
Yes.
You would?
I would.
I can't.
Really? Like that he runs his own page and like messages everyone back himself? Yeah, I definitely could.
I can't. And I know it sounds like hypocritical, but I actually argued with somebody on a dating app for that reason. Because he did OnlyFans. Like, we matched on an app, whatever. And he told me he does OnlyFans. And then I looked at his Instagram and it was all like pictures of him in like leather thongs and like underwear and like nipple clamps and shit. And I was just like, wow, this is intense. Like, and then so I said to him, like, oh, your Instagram's pretty intense. He's like, what about yours? I'm like, it does not look like yours. Like, believe me, my Instagram doesn't look like this. Like, this is on some fucking bondage crazy shit. Like,
yeah.
Plus, you don't even look straight on your Instagram. Like, it's crazy.
I was just gonna say though,
that's why I can't date them though, because I can't be with a guy who's gay for pay. Like, you're pretending to be gay and you're like, you know, taking these pictures like bent over with your fucking ass, like looking back. Like, you're doing very feminine shit for money for dudes, and I just can't do the gay for pay thing.
Am I morally fucked up?
I think it's just based on like whatever. I don't know.
I'll be like, baby, I'm gonna run your page. Give me that shit right now.
Bend over. Let me take this picture of your butthole real quick.
I swear to God, though, I would.
Let me get in this.
Listen, if I met a guy that I actually liked personality wise, because unfortunately I don't date for looks.
Well, I think that's the thing too, is that I really wasn't attracted to that guy. So once I saw that, it was just like, okay, never mind.
You got the ick.
Yeah.
No, if I actually liked a guy and he had OnlyFans, we'd be unstoppable,
making so much money.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck on camera or anything. Like, I wouldn't surpass the boundaries I have right now, but we'd make so much money together. Like 100%. It would maybe give me the ick though, because I've never been in that position and I've never been with a man that has to act gay. So maybe, even though I thought my ex was gay.
Really?
Not my recent ex. Oh. Mike. He knows this. I mean, he's...
Why?
Well, first of all, we shot for like a year before we ever became anything. And in that year... he was never disrespectful. He was...
That's the thing, is that he's so fucking respectful.
He's so respectful that I was like, oh, he has to be gay.
You're like, he doesn't like me? Gay.
It's like, he doesn't have a wandering eye. Like, he doesn't sexualize me.
He really doesn't.
Yeah. And like, he had taken pictures of me in some really provocative positions, and he has never once stepped out of line. And that... till this day, aside, I think, from like JP, that's never happened to me before.
Guys, don't think that because you're respectful, girls are gonna think you're gay. Please continue to be respectful if you are respectful.
No, it was very specific to the industry that we're in. The photographers in this industry are just... and he had some like flamboyant, like he would speak with his hands and stuff, but he grew up in a household full of women. So like, you know, once you... yeah, anyways, needless to say, once we started liking each other, I was like, oh, you're not gay?
You're like, you're just not a creep. Got it.
I remember the exact moment it happened too.
Yeah.
He was talking about eating another girl out, and I was like, you're not gay? And then I was like...
he's like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
No. We love Mike on this podcast. You guys know he is super respectful. And it's true what you say about the wandering eye, because I have like BTS videos, and like... he's like looking at the camera or looking like he's in the background of my video, and not once is he glancing at anything. Like he's always been like that.
Yeah.
But
and it just, I feel like in general with photographers, I could be at a photo shoot and they'll be like respectful at the time, but then at some point after the fact, they're like, you wanna go get something to eat?
That's why I only shoot with Mike.
That's why I only shoot with JP.
Yeah. Mike and Erica, like I don't fuck around with that shit either, because it gets like that. I was telling a story about how I was gonna go to this shoot. I'll tell you who the photographer was after. I'm not gonna put anyone on blast, but it was the first time I was gonna shoot with him, and the shoot was gonna be like some bondage shit. Like I was gonna be tied with ropes and stuff.
Is this recent?
No, years ago.
Oh.
I was gonna be tied with ropes and stuff, and I was gonna take my boyfriend at the time with me. And the guy was like, if you bring someone, then don't even worry about it. I'm like, dude, you think I'm gonna be tied up in your fucking apartment where you shoot without somebody there? Like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Psychotic.
Crazy.
Like, what?
Crazy as fuck, bro. And my cousin, she's a model. And she told me some crazy ass story too of some shit that happened to her, which I won't put that on blast, but guys are weird.
You should plug, I mean, shameless plug, you should plug your cousin's picture when you said that, because your cousin's fucking gorgeous.
I know she is.
Oh my God.
She really is. I gotta have her on the podcast soon, but she's like getting married now. She's in the middle of like planning.
No way.
Yeah. You don't see her on Instagram with her giant ass ring?
I don't follow anyone.
She's like, I'm ready. It's the cutest thing. You want to go to her wedding with me?
Yes. I would love to.
Dara wants to go too.
I would actually cry. She's so pretty, you guys. I actually recently this has nothing to do with your cousin, but I was going to say, because I don't follow anyone. So recently someone was giving me shit about it. Like, oh my God, you think you're better than everyone else because you don't follow anyone back.
But who are you supposed to follow back? Like your random followers?
This is literally, or I guess like acquaintances, but what I ask myself, and I don't know if you do this, like if I were to see this person in public and what would I do? Would I hide? Would I try to run? Or would I go up to him and be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? And if I wouldn't come up to you and say, oh my God, hi, how are you? I'm not going to follow you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If it's some random person you barely see or speak to or whatever,
It's just
there's a lot of people that I personally know that I don't follow just because I don't care to see their content. And I feel like if I follow you but I have to mute you because your content annoys me or I just don't want to see it, then why even follow in the first place? Like,
yeah,
people shouldn't have their feelings hurt that badly over social media.
exactly. I agree.
It's not that serious. All right. So we're going to do something a little different. We're going to play this or that.
Okay.
With Desi.
Let's do it.
On a man, sandals or Crocs?
Sandals.
I agree.
I hate Crocs.
I hate Crocs too, but I hate thong sandals. It
Why?
has to be slides. I don't know. There's something about a man's toes in between a little that I don't like.
No, I don't mind the thong
Sandals?
Sandals.
All right. Would you rather a guy with a giant beard or a bald head?
A giant beard.
Yeah, same. Would you rather have a bad haircut or a bad dye job?
That's hard. I'd cry either way. I think I'd rather have a bad dye job.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I've had half my head shaved, so I don't give a fuck about like hair.
A bad haircut though. No, yeah, I think I'd rather have a bad dye job.
I'd probably like, if I had I don't know. I mean, a bad dye job you can fix. A bad haircut, it depends. Like it depends.
Yeah.
I'd probably just shave my head and tattoo my head and then just let it grow out again.
That's like your friend.
Sin,
yeah.
Would you rather date a guy who occasionally has really bad breath or always has like terrible toes, like long fucking toenails and crusty feet?
I'll take the crusty feet because I'll make myself in charge of fixing your crusty feet. Yeah. The bad breath, that's a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather be with someone who's broke and loyal or rich and cheats?
Broken loyal, that's pretty much my whole...
Would you rather date a guy that has 10 dogs living inside his house or 10 cats?
Oh, fuck. At first I was like, 10 dogs, but then I'm like, oh, that's hard. Oh my God. I didn't think a question would be so difficult. You know what? I think I almost prefer the dogs.
I prefer dogs too.
I don't like cats.
Because when you think about it, 10 cats comes with like at least fucking 7 litter boxes in the fucking house.
And then I can't even pet any of you guys. Like, you guys might not even like me.
Yeah.
Like, the dogs are definitely going to love me. So, yeah, no.
I can't do the fucking that many cats, bro. I'm not a cat person anyways. Would you rather... She's going to get mad at me. Would you rather go back to your ex or go on 20 dates with someone who gives you the ick?
I will sprint back to my ex. I will sprint back.
No, bitch.
Yes. Because I've already been on 3 dates in the last couple months that have given me the, like, and I don't want to do that again.
What? Give me one thing that one of those 3 people did that gave you the fucking ick.
Well, okay, my most recent date, the guy was bragging about how he pays $15,000 a month for his house that he lives on in Miami Beach.
It's the worst.
Yeah, he showed up in really nice designer attire. He put us in a corner of a really, really nice restaurant, and then the whole entire date he talked about himself. He did not ask me a single question about myself. I'm not even sure if he knows that my name is Desiree and not Desi. Like,
yeah,
the guy was, he loved to hear himself talk.
How old is he?
He had to have been over like 33 at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's between 34 and 37 for sure.
It's like insane that guys still believe. Well, I guess, I don't know.
And then when like the bill came, he's like, how much should I tip her? And I was like, 20%. Like, that's what I usually leave. And he was like, yeah, but she wasn't that good. And I was like, oh my God.
Did you at least eat good food?
I did. I ate really good. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. This was kind of a flex. I couldn't choose between 2 plates and he ordered both of them. So that was nice, but it wasn't worth it. I could buy myself 2 plates of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like, guys like to talk about how much money they make and about themselves because they think it's very impressive. And I was going to say, I don't know why they do that, but I think it's the fault of a lot of women caring about material things so much.
Yeah. He definitely thought I was one of those.
Especially, well, also he probably doesn't know how much money you make. So at the end of the day, they're always going to assume I make more than her. So let me impress her by showing her the things I have and what I can buy and whatever.
And he found me on social media. So I feel like to some degree, he has to know that I'm like not broke.
Yeah, but you know that a lot of people don't really understand how much money you can make on OnlyFans. Like, I have friends that'll send me videos of girls talking about them making 30 grand in a month. And they're like, is this true? I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'm like, yeah, that's
like the norm.
That's true. I'm like, yes.
That's a common sense, I fear.
Yeah.
Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
Damn it, you didn't get the joke.
Common sense, I fear?
Yeah, it's like some guy asked, they're literally in a podcast, and some guy asks, like, I'm going to ask a stupid question, but is the something triathlon same as like the Boston triathlon? And she's like, all triathlons are the same length. That's common fear, I get. The common sense, I fear. And that she like went viral. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that yeah, the amount of money that OnlyFans girls make is a decent amount. So it's
a jaw dropper.
It's hard to impress. Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to be OnlyFans. It could be any woman that makes her own fucking legitimate amount of money every year. It's you're not gonna get there by going, look at my Gucci shoes, because the bitch is like, I got 30 Gucci bags in my closet right now. Like, what the fuck?
It's so funny because
it's weird.
Men love to ask us what we bring to the table, but if you ask them that same question and they don't have money, it's crickets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes men with money feel like that's all they need to bring to the table. Yeah, like when they have money,
they'll be like, well, I provide and I take care of the bills and blah, blah, blah. But when they don't have money, they're like, I'm fucking loyal as fuck. Oh.
But then the whole time, they don't have an ounce of emotional maturity.
And the whole time they're cheating on you anyway. So it is what it is. But, okay. Would you rather accidentally like a photo of your ex on Instagram or send a sext to your mom? Accidentally.
I'd rather send a sext to my mom, which I've done before. And actually, I'm rambling, but I was at a party recently and we were playing a card game, like where you drink and like play cards or whatever. And the card was like a dare, and it said like, oh, send a dick pic to your mom with no explanation. Like, just send her a picture of someone's dick. So I was like, fuck it. And I didn't know how she was going to react. I found a random picture on Google. I sent it to her. She responds, ay, que chiquitico te eso.
She's like, what are you showing me?
She's like, this is not worth sending me. The fuck? Come back with something better.
You should have sent her like a micro penis and shit. Like the ones that are fucking inverted.
I wanted it to look realistic.
Would you rather walk in on your parents having sex or them walk in on you? All right, let's see what these questions be about that you guys left Desi on her Instagram. She hasn't looked at them yet.
I have not.
I get the honor of seeing them first.
I did see one that it was like asking me if I would rather have a tail or a horn or horns, and like why would I pick, whatever. And
I'd rather have horns.
I would like to say I already have horns. You just can't see them.
I would be, with my Aries rising ass, I'd be fucking ramming the shit out of people.
Yeah. I definitely would have horns.
Like big ass ones? I'd have like ram horns. Giant. Like
like super giant.
Yeah. Like the most ridiculous kind of horns.
I could picture you with that.
Oh shit, wait. Your phone closed.
It's my daddy's birthday. Like my actual dad, not like,
father.
It's my father's birthday.
All right. What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Laying in bed, reading, watching anime, eating food, smoking weed. All these things make me really happy.
The simple things.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No, I have not. And I have heard horrible things about it.
Really?
Yes.
I'm dying to go to New Orleans. And the only time I ever had a trip planned to go was for my mom's birthday, and then COVID happened, and then that's when they like canceled everybody's shit, and we had like such a dope ass house, like an Airbnb.
Yeah,
and it was so fucking exciting.
Really dirty and like ghetto.
Yeah, I mean,
but go during when they have that event with the masquerade.
Yeah, but I want to go to like do like all the haunted tours and like all the voodoo shops and all that. Like I want to see.
You want to do the witchy stuff.
I want to do the witchy stuff, 100%. What's your favorite book you've read so far this year?
ACOTAR. A Court of Mist and Fury, specifically. That's my favorite book.
I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about, but I'm gonna take her word for it. Someone said, "Can you do a British accent?"
Oh, it's so funny you asked, because I was doing it earlier, as a matter of fact.
Mario Carvalho is proposing.
Proposing what?
He said, "Will you marry me?"
No.
When are we getting some pictures to screenshot and keep them as wallpapers?
Wallpapers? Do you do that? Do you give people wallpapers?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
I feel like people screenshot anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
but why do you want me to be your wallpaper? You don't even know me.
Quiero decirte que encuentro tu belleza y simpatía contagiosas y quiero saber si vendrás a Brazil.
Gracias, pero no.
You wouldn't go to Brazil?
I would, but I have so many places I'd rather go that that's like not at the top of my list.
Horns or a tail? We already...
Did you peep that the love of my life asked me that?
No.
Look at the horns or tail.
Wait, where did it go? Oh, yeah.
I love him. I want to get married.
Why? So he could DM other girls? Would you rather have horns or a tail?
You're right.
That motherfucker ain't shit.
He's just so aesthetically pleasing to look at.
I know, but most of those kinds are the worst kinds. Because then you get trapped in their fucking smiles and shit. No.
Facts.
What's your favorite... Oh, this guy follows me too. What's your favorite experience or accomplishment so far this year?
This year, my favorite experience was going to Hawaii. What was the other half of that?
Accomplishment.
My favorite accomplishment for this year was getting my bachelor's in May. Period.
Boom. Do your fans ever ask you about your measurements?
All the fucking time.
And is it awkward for you? Was the second part of the question.
It's not awkward, but I just don't know my measurements. And I don't like...
I have a measuring tape. We're going to figure it out and get to the bottom of this because it's really important.
I mean, so many people ask, so I might as well.
People ask me the same shit. Where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in the city of Hialeah. That's my city.
Me too. Were you born in Hialeah Hospital?
I was.
Me too.
Yep. I was born in Hialeah Hospital, but I grew up in Kendall. Yeah, my whole life.
Okay. It's funny because this guy also asked me very loaded questions the way he asked you. What inspired you to take up modeling? Were you discovered on a local beach like Sofia Vergara?
What inspired me to take up modeling? Literally money. I wanted to get out of my 9-to-5. I wanted to have my own schedule. And I loved taking pictures. So I was like, there's a way for me to make money by taking pictures. And I had friends that were doing it. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want.
Do people ever confuse you for other ethnicities?
Depends where I go. Like when I went to Texas, everyone thought I was Mexican.
Yeah. People think I'm Mexican in other places. Like it's
I've also been confused for oh my god, not Brazilian. I think for Colombian because of my accent. When I speak Spanish sometimes and I spend a lot of time around a certain culture, my accent starts to stick.
Imagine if you went to the UK, you'd come back British.
I would love that.
Would you like some tea?
I just need a British husband so that like my kid can have the accent, you know?
Yeah, but would the kid have the... I guess it depends what he's like hearing more.
We can both learn the accent together.
Who are your inspirations and most positive influences?
Who are my inspirations? Okay. I really like, as far as influencers, I really like Reality with Riz. I like her aesthetic. Like, she's a bad bitch. She's like, doing her runway shows and stuff. So she inspires me a lot. So does Isabella Buscemi. I love her aesthetic. What was the second half of that question?
That's it.
Oh, okay, bad.
Positive influences. Would you ever move out of the city of Miami?
I have before.
Would you move to another state?
No. I wouldn't move outside of Florida, but I would possibly move outside of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. What's your favorite drink?
I'm so healthy. It's my sugar-free Red Bull, even though I bought it with like Cheetos and Reese's.
You got Pringles too, right? I feel like I saw a can of chips in your bag.
Those were Cheeto Puffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one of these like once a fucking day.
What would you do or who would you be if you weren't who you are now?
I think about this all the time. I think about what I would have been if I made different decisions. And I think, I don't know. I don't know what I would be.
It's hard to answer that because you could have been a million other things.
Like, I think of like pivotal moments in my life. And if I would have not pivoted and kept going at the trajectory that I was going at, first of all, I wouldn't have been living in Miami. I would have probably been living in Tampa. I would be in something that was entrepreneurial, but not modeling. Or maybe modeling. I don't know. But I would have been completely different. I wouldn't have had any of the same friends I do now. I wouldn't have had any of the experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to know?
Mm-hmm. It's hard to answer.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you went to college. Obviously, she just got her bachelor's, guys. Yeah. What was your first impression of Vanny when you first met her?
I was so scared.
You could be honest. You could be honest.
I was scared.
I thought she was a cunt.
No, I didn't think you were mean. I messaged you, but it was more so like my first impression was when I saw her on Instagram. I was a little jealous because my boyfriend at the time was a photographer, and he's like, "Oh, I've been a fan of Vanny for so long, and I would love to shoot with her." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll message her and see if she responds."
The accent.
But I was scared. I was like, oh my god, she looks like a bad bitch. Wow. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
What was the first shoot that we met at?
It was at the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went to the barbershop.
Did we shot like with the pool table and stuff that day, right?
I think so. And you weren't the only one there. I think there was other girls there too, because we used to set up like a lot of group shoots. But you were definitely the coolest one.
Duh.
She said duh. That was such a Leo answer.
I know I'm like one of the cooler models.
No, absolutely. Like, you're in the top 1%.
Yeah, like I already fucking know this.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I got men like not giving a fuck that I do OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, period.
So I must be super cool. Would you be interested in acting in a film or doing any type of TV shows?
That is my dream.
Yeah.
That is my dream.
In a British accent.
Even better. Like, that would be...
Can you imagine?
That would be surpassing my dreams.
Can you imagine you land a role to be a British character on a movie, on a film?
I would not be able to hold it together. Like, I would be just... And I can actually cry. Don't ask me to do it right now. But I can cry on command. Shit. If I know I have to. Like, if I prepare myself and you give me like 15 minutes, I can cry on command.
Listen up. If there's any directors, producers, whatever.
I think at this point though, like the most realistic thing was like I can end up on a TV show. I've been asked to be on a reality TV show, but
yeah, so have I. But they're like dating ones and shit, and I don't want to.
Exactly. Was it? Should I say it?
No.
Okay. I was like gonna ask you. It's probably the same one.
Yeah.
And I just.
Yeah, I don't want to be portrayed that way.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but like the people that do it, but like I don't want to do a dating show. Like,
Yeah.
now I know it's fake because you're recruiting. I don't know. It's just...
No, and I just don't like, that's not the kind of acting I would prefer, even though I would do it. I would at this point in my life.
What kind
right
of
now.
character do you think you would play? Because I for sure would get casted for like Orange is the New Black. Like, I for sure like a fucking... I'd for sure be like either a really butchy lesbian in a TV show, like that shows up on a motorcycle or something, or like a prisoner, like...
Oh my God. You know what?
Which I wouldn't mind. I'll be like, braid my hair. We're going to prison then. Fuck it.
You'd get typecasted for sure.
Oh, I know. 100%.
For sure. But I don't know what do you see me as? I don't know. I don't feel like... I mean...
It's hard to say.
I've been told I have an innocent face, but...
Yes, because I was going to say like something innocent, but you're so thick that like there ain't no fucking way you're like...
It kills the innocence.
It's going to be hard to like dress you to make you look innocent.
Yeah.
Fully.
True.
Like... Because you could easily, like, you're young as fuck and you look young. So you could play, like, a high school
You think so?
character. Yeah. Or, like, a young college student, let's just say. Like, you can play a 19-year-old or something. But, like, she's so fucking thick that it's, like, if they put her in a school uniform, like, it's going to look sexual as fuck.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
So that would be hard, too.
I don't know. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll happen one day.
Imagine we're on the same show.
I would love that. At least I'd have someone, like a real ass bitch.
No,
there.
because shooting for those shits are like days long. Like
Well,
you're like you don't go home and shit. Like
yeah, no, Love Island, you're on that island for 2 months and you don't go home and you don't have a phone. They give you an Android and you receive whatever messages they want you to receive. Like that's crazy.
I had someone that was on Ink Master on that episode would be out by the time this one comes out, but he was saying like it's pretty intense too because they're also gone, I think he said for 2 months also or something like that, or a month crazy. Maybe, but it's like a tattoo competition show.
Yeah,
and it's reality TV. It's the same shit even though they're tattooing people.
Would you do that? Like go on a tattoo show where they tattoo something on you and you have no idea what it is?
No, because this is the thing like with me is that if I got casted for something to play a role or even to be an extra or something that I thought, I've been an extra on a show before, like years ago. I played a crackhead actually. I had to sit in a corner with like a band around my arm pretending I was passed out. So it was like the easiest money I ever made. I just had to sit up against a wall.
Yeah.
And like close my eyes. But it was like even for that small ass little thing that I had to do, it was like 3 days long all fucking day. Like it was crazy because they kept having to reshoot that scene because it was like a party scene. Like everybody was partying and I'm passed out and like there's people at the bar, whatever. I even forgot what the show was called, but I lost my train of thought.
No, I asked you if you would be on that.
Oh yeah. But to do things like reality TV, I don't think I would do those things because I don't want to be like portrayed that way. I don't want to be portrayed like I'm fighting for a man on a dating show. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be I closed it again. I don't want to be on any type of competition shows. I don't know. And I don't want to be there like I don't want to be that bitch that goes to get tattooed for free on a fucking reality show. Like, yeah. I don't know. I once, though, auditioned for this, like, show that they wanted to, what's the word? They were filming a pilot to try to pitch this show to different networks. And it was like America's Next Top Model, but for tattooed models.
Oh.
And I went and I recorded the pilot. We recorded the thing, but, like, it never got picked up, obviously.
Damn.
Nobody cares about tattoo models. But that one I was actually going to do.
Yeah. Damn, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But can we talk about how, like, OnlyFans girls make more money than actors? Because
and doctors.
Did you hear that blonde girl that did Euphoria, that she got super popular? I forgot her name. I'm having a brain fart.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the pretty eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. She came out saying that, like, after Euphoria, she had to keep working because they weren't paying her enough to stop working.
Yeah.
And I feel like that happens to a lot of actors too. They, even if you get paid like $10K an episode, you're getting like you're working.
Yeah, you're not making a lot of money until you do like a major fucking movie.
Yeah, or until you're so well known that you're getting booked regularly.
All the time.
Like that's crazy.
I mean, OnlyFans girls make more money than doctors. Which is also crazy because you spend so much time studying something. I don't think it's right. I'm not like, haha, we make more money than doctors. Yeah. I don't think that it's right. I think doctors should definitely make more money than us. But You know, it sucks that you study that hard and you work your ass off, and then the hoes make more than you, bro. And I get it when people get mad, like, oh, what the fuck, they don't need, like, they didn't do shit. It's like, I mean, we still work, it's still fucking work, but other people don't see it like that.
I agree.
Someone wants to know, why are so many of your YouTube videos deleted?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't think most of them are deleted. I think I have deleted some because as soon as YouTube age restricts something, I'm like, nope, you gotta go. But some of them I put for members only because I love YouTube's like subscription stuff. But mostly if I deleted any, they were like the ones that were like in lingerie or like super, super out there. And it was probably when I was applying to FIU, so...
She did it for work purposes or school purposes. Someone said, looking at you reminds me of my ex.
I'm sorry.
Is that a compliment or what the fuck?
Like, I'm sorry?
I think that's it. The rest are sexy. I love you. Can I be your boyfriend, baby, please?
I love you too.
Eres muy guapa. What can I say? Bella.
I cannot.
What else do you want to talk about, Des?
We've been on for a little minute.
I know.
I got deep questions to ask if you want.
You do?
I mean, not really. You're like, fuck.
I'm like, what?
No, it's okay.
Scared.
I'll save the deep questions for our haul because I like to ask questions during our haul.
Desi and I get together and do content days. So, well, we can wrap it up.
Yes. I have a question for you after.
After?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what the fuck? All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Catch us, or me, next Friday and every Friday. Make sure you subscribe to everything. Subscribe to Desi. I'm putting all her info down below and somewhere here on the screen. And that's it.
Bye.
Bye.